Well, let's quickly check in on the lean hog market over in the livestock, the proteins. A lot of interesting stuff happening over there in my Twitter and my personal emails, actually, and my LinkedIn. All those types of media devices are being inundated with questions about what's going on in the proteins. And I think something is afoot there, and I want to tell everybody to be tread lightly, or at least keep those chips close to your chest, because look, let's talk about, say, lean hogs. That's a horrible chart. It's fallen off a cliff. If you have to talk about support, it comes in around 38. And if you want to talk about resistance, it's 66. That's a huge range there. So that's not really giving myself any kudos. But I mean, that's what, if you have to take a look at the charts, that's what it's telling us. I want to say anecdotally, I spoke to some guys, or at least I did the rounds this morning, talking about some plants that coronavirus is starting to affect, and it doesn't always have to just be livestock. It's been happening in some fertilizer and some, pesticides plants, but they've had to shut some places down because some of the employees are starting to come down with the virus, or they're worried about somebody coming down with the virus, and things are quarantined, and that's really started to screw up the supply lines, and that can screw up the supply line all the way to McDonald's. It can screw up the supply line just to the farmer's front door. So anecdotally, I'm starting to hear stories about that, which would lend me to believe that look, if you want to look at the big picture risk on the downside, it's horrible. It's an 18-year issue. We have to go back 18 years to go to the 18-year lows of around 30. And I would say that, do I feel like that? No. I have to mention it just to make sure that we're talking about both sides of the market. But boy, oh boy, to get real short down here just doesn't seem smart to me, number one. And number two is, again, anecdotally, there's going to be issues with some of these interruptions at these places when it comes to coronavirus and employees, right? It's not going to be the end of the world when these businesses go out of business, but there definitely could be some supply line issues. And I think that that's something that it's just going to make me not want to really get short in the hole down here against these, maybe say 18-year lows, because there's so much other stuff out there that could happen. It could really prove to be a big mistake. So again, those are the upsides and the downsides. I'm just a little leery of getting short in the hole here. I'm not saying load up the boat to be long either. I just have to give you both sides of the market. But at the same time, I'm starting to hear a few stories about a few plants getting shut down. And this stuff is such just-in-time inventory that could cause a short-term shortage. Read into that what you like, but that's just another cautionary tale about keeping those chips close to your chest so you can deploy them when the stuff really does hit the fan.